we told you that we are inside and outside the courtroom at the Supreme Court to ensure we bring you all of the actions. And political editor is already standing by, Shehu Kimbaloye, looking ready for action this morning. Shehu, good to see you. It's going to be a busy day. We're hearing numbers. 6 cases will be decided, 9 will be decided. So maybe you start from there and tell us what to expect.
Absolutely. We can make it very brief. We're on the morning brief. Hi, guys. And good morning. Welcome to the Supreme Court here, right here. Very close to the seat of power in Abuja. Well, as you can see in the background, of course, the Supreme Court, the security checks are still ongoing. And, of course, the entrance and the exits here and there, lawyers and those who are in the case, that the cases that are going to be heard today or the delivery of the judgment are present in court and getting ready to get inside. It's going to be a very busy day for the justices of the Supreme Court who are going to be sitting today. Yes, it's a lot on the hands of the Supreme Court. It's a very special day. Fridays are usually very busy on a special day in the Supreme Court because that is usually when the Supreme Court delivers some of its judgment. But today on the cost list, I must confirm to you that we have on the cost list from the Supreme Court this morning cases from Plateau, Cross River, Abia, Zamfara, Abia, Lagos, Kano, Bauchi, and Plateau State. That's about 9 states which judgment might be delivered today by the Supreme Court. We know that the Supreme Court had deferred judgment on some of these cases when they first heard some of these the appeals in these governorship contests. But today, the fate of some of the governors, those who are on the sideline, will be determined today. Is it possible that we see some upset? Is it possible that we see some fundamental statement from the Supreme Court? But you know, of course, that whatever the Supreme Court says is a law.
Shehu, 9 is quite a number, and we see that it's already getting busy behind you. Share with us, tell us some of the faces that you have seen. Are those principals also arriving? Will they be seated in the Supreme Court as the justices deliver their ruling?
Yeah, of course, you know, the faces, the big ones are not arriving just yet. Of course, we see buses conveying people right here at the Supreme Court. You see, of course, as they're arriving. But you see some of the lawyers, some of whom I know very much here, who are in this matter, who are going to be standing for their... I mean, it's not a day for you to defend your case. It's a day for you to listen to the judgment. For those who are optimistic about getting a positive out of the Supreme Court today, you find them here. And some of them will be trickling in. It's just 7:55 a.m. The court is supposed to rise or start hearing the cases or delivering judgment or start. I mean, we should see the justices enter into the courtroom at about 9 a.m. That is officially when the court will open for its session. But yes, we will be expecting the big faces who are involved in this matter. And of course, you know, some of the big cases that a lot of Nigerians are talking about, the anticipation on the ground in this state, for example, Plateau State, Kano State, Nasarawa State, Bauchi State, Zamfara State. These are states that you look out for the contentious matters before the Supreme Court, and how the Supreme Court is going to deliver, or whatever the Supreme Court says about these cases is going to be very, very interesting, and one that a lot of lawyers and Nigerians also will be chewing for the next few days.
I can bet that it's something you would also be chewing on your show, Politics Today, this evening. Our political editor, Shehu Kimbaloye, live at the Supreme Court, where it'll all be going down. He says it's to start by 9 a.m. I can see him all kitted, ready.
I wanted to find out from him. I know, Shehu, you were there at the presidential election when it was decided at the court. I'm wondering, how long do you think this is going to last from your experience? Because you've been there, done that.
Yeah, it's going to be a long day, Jeffrey, and I tell you that if the Supreme Court is delivering judgment what I imagine that could happen, I was listening to one of the guests on Morning Brief earlier, Mr. Giwa, who was talking about what the Supreme Court or what the court says the law is the law. The sociological school of jurisprudence who says like it's what the court or what the judges say the law is what the law is. But then it's going to be a long day, because when they are reeling out those judgments, you have to listen, especially when they are dissenting positions of the justices, because you have to listen to the dissenting judgment, then you have to listen to the lead judgment that will determine where the cases go. So if 9 cases are going to be determined today, let's say give and take, you'll see nothing less than 45 minutes or 1 hour for each of the cases, times 9. That's at least 9 hours.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
So you might want to get some coffee and the rest. But thank you so much, Seun Okibaloye, our political editor live there. We'll be back with you from time to time to walk us through what's going on.